Sword Art Online Alicization is licensed and produced by Aniplex, Egg Firm, Straight Edge, Aniplex of America, and Solitude. Studios A1 Pictures Networks, Tokyo MX, Tochigi TV, GTV, BS11, MBS, and ATX. Based on the works by Riki Kawahara. Please support the official release. Hello there, YouTube, Jack here with more Sword Art Online Alicization. And yes, I realize I'm like half a week late with this episode 7, by the way. Yeah, life happened and such, so it is what it is. And well, I suppose for the people who are watching this in retrospect, they don't really care because, you know, all the episodes are already out and so are my reactions, so who cares? Anyway, last time I think we would sort of wrapped up the outside world again for a little bit. We're gonna go back in the Alicization game for the lack of a long-term explanation of what it actually is, with Kirito and his artificial Fluctlight friends, I guess. You know, the dude in charge kind of said that they don't break the rules, which is, you know, the Taboo index, which is great in for itself, but as Alan has demonstrated, oh wait, never mind. I'm rambling off nonsense here. Alice already is kind of like their whole key focus point there, since even if by accident she managed to break the index. So nobody has done so since. What am I even talking about? We already know this. We know all of that. So yeah, they're creating artificial Fluctlights and copies of themselves for super advanced artificial intelligences and whatnot, with a whole slew of ethical issues, but I guess we're just gonna glance over most of them. In any case, let's get let's get into this episode in 3, 2, 1. In the time of the realm of humanity. Absolutely, I'm not keeping track of the year, by the way. Just so you know. Day of rest as assigned by the Taboo index, or what? Because I really don't know what having a calling of Swordsman really entitles now. Well, you guys made some leeway, huh? Point is, I mean, you know, Kirito basically just hung out in the village for however long. Granted, you know, he has memory loss, so he doesn't per se remember his calling. Oh yeah, by the way, we also, you know, said that there were people who also, you know, sort of appeared like that out of nowhere with no memories. I wonder if they're just, you know, other quote-unquote players popping in, since, you know, players don't remember that they are even in a game. I dig his opening. I really do, honestly. It's not the most uber amazing thing ever, but I just kind of love Lisa. So honestly, that's enough for me. I'm very easy to please. I mean, I just think it does a good job, you know. It doesn't per se spoil any major things that aren't a given anyway. Swordcraft Academy. But it sort of hands out some information about what could happen. Like characters that are going to appear, and you get some frames. Yes, I was gonna ask how long it's been. 2 fucking shit years! Oh my god! Sure, let's just flashback the whole past 2 years. And this guy's shaking. Nice effects, by the way. I do wonder if in the novel, since the novel is a huge, forever long series, if we just skipped like however many 100 pages in that flashback. And I know that time is accelerated in here, but still. Also, wow, that's some exposition talk. Of course. Wow. Doesn't even remember the name. Well, I mean, she did, but, she wasn't too sure about it. But she definitely knew Kirito. Because, it's the Kirito charm at play here. Page, huh? So he's the higher rank here? Of sorts, I guess? Your first day of rest? Well, we're just flying over important information here. Well, she's some high-ranked important person, I guess. Well, that too. Honestly, really feel like I have to pay a lot of attention here. For what it's worth, I really like the way they're talking now. It feels much less exposition-y-ish. Like, they just sort of trust the audience to pick up on yet unknown words and sort of figure out what they mean. I mean, even if they explain it afterwards, So I guess system control is like magic. Oh, well, sacred arts. Pretty much, yeah. That was still an epic battle, by the way. Mind over body. Which is honestly a really fitting thing, given that this whole thing is all about the soul and whatnot. Measuring and so on and so forth. That twill just felt like wasted movement, but oh well. Okay, that's neat. That's some intense training, to be honest. So he probably isn't the higher rank then. I need to perhaps... Oh, that's what it means. So... sort of a prodigy, I guess. That's just... You know these are supposed to be natural names, right? Like, not something a system admin put in. I mean, how did an entirely new civilization accidentally come up with that? Fair enough. I mean, you know, it's too light. It's a dual wield then? I suppose it works. So no, yeah, I got some things mixed up there when they first started talking about this. But again, that's pretty much what I meant by not just shoving exposition down your throat. You can learn. Okay. Well, if it works, it works. It's an unintended result, but not unwelcome, is it? So is that more of a lax rule? Because apparently it's not on the Taboo index. Or else I think she would have been a bit more upset about it. You know, even if he had an excuse. Is there an art to talking like an asshole? It really makes me wonder when I see people like that talk. And I guess you're the nobles of sorts. The garden now. Literal garden? Shit. How dare you ignore my purposeful provocation? Well, it's a literal garden. And those were in the opening. Yeah, they're definitely gonna make it to graduation. Some random people we've probably never met before would never do anything to those flowers, would they? So unintentionally going against your calling is not a violation of the taboo index. I think you're giving him too much credit for your friendship there. I mean, what an amazing person do you have to be to accompany someone for 2 years through a training school just to keep them company. Well, yeah, but that's a bit of an unfair comparison. You literally can't violate it! I mean, I get the sentimental part here, but still. It's kind of adorable. I didn't any money! Aw, friendship. Well, sure, you can do that, no? Sure, you can. I mean, again, there's no way that some two people are gonna ruin your flowers. Like, it's not. No way these two are gonna do anything, right? They're honorable people, aren't they? So he's once again ruining poor people's swords. Okay. Fair enough. So that's where he got his black sword from, huh? Honestly, if you don't have the object control to lift it, how do you forge it? Well, that's amazing. Fair enough, I guess. Well, of course, you gotta have to be a monster for the most amazing main character who've ever lived. You know, confidence. Doesn't matter what the freaking necessary object control is. You want it, you do it. And dare I say that was pretty freaking neat. Excuse you, not just any trainee, a main character trainee. And, you know, not fight off bullies in any way, shape, or form. Oh wait, they wouldn't attack him, right? I mean, it's the day off, no? You can't practice. Well, I guess fighting doesn't count as practice if it's actual fighting. One, two, three, four. Well, it's not Mother's Rosario, but still nice. Got a bit heavy there, huh? Didn't it? Well, aren't you ripped? I mean, I suppose that's expected for getting dirt on someone's uniform. I just couldn't wait. Can you get away with that excuse? Ooh. How lucky for you. Well, I guess you gotta fight him now. Or whatever that means. Oh, you gotta fight the first seed person. Why not? I mean, we gotta amp up the show-off-ness. That's a word now. Truth be told, I'm with you there. How did you not get into trouble for 1 year? You know, I'm seriously actually hoping that he loses this one. New sword or not. I don't mind him putting up a good fight. So that means an actual hit. I'll say again, I don't mind him putting up a good fight, but I kind of don't want him to win. I mean, previously he wasn't even able to fight to beat his. What are they even called? Like from his perspective, the girl. I need my name list. I need to add a lot of names to it. Point anyway. I know it was with a training sword and all that, and whoops, he kind of needs his heavy swords and whatnot and fancy stuff. In search of reasons here, but you know, she is much higher than him, and that Leviathan person is much higher than her. And you shouldn't just bridge that gap by getting a fancy sword, is what I hope. But we'll see how it plays out. I mean, I generally do enjoy the good old overpowered main character. So if it's done well, I probably end up enjoying it anyway. I'm not usually that picky a person. We actually ain't gonna do anything? Nah. Just a, next time thing. Swordsman's Pride. Honestly, sounds like a good title since I've brought it up even this episode. And well, the episode itself brought it up, so I'm not gonna take all the credit for that, but yeah. I mean, we had a couple of neat things this episode again. I like that we weren't full-on dumped exposition. I mean, we kind of went from exposition dump to not, because at the beginning they talked about how long it's been and what they've been through, like no normal person would talk about on a normal day. You just wake up one day, can you believe it's been 2 years since then? And what we did all this time. Yeah, can you believe it's been 1 year since we moved in? You really should be used to it by now. That kind of thing. I mean, I get the occasional nostalgia purpose welding up, but it feels a bit forced. But again, after that, they just sort of talked like normal people would talk without knowing that someone who doesn't know the context is listening in. You catch my drift here. I don't know why I just said like that. Point being, they use those entire terms like the page and whatnot, and they just kind of said like, okay, guy, watching this, pay attention, because I'm not going to slow down for you. This is a normal conversation we're having here. That sort of sense, And, well, again, we introduced the bullies, and I think I made it abundantly clear that I think they might just end up ruining his flowers. Because, well, they're Chekhov's flowers now. Something's gonna happen with them. I know they are in the opening and they are blooming and whatnot, but yeah, I just seriously don't believe that these flowers are gonna make it. Especially since, these two bullies are sitting first row, hoping to see Kirito get a beating. Why ever they really are gunning for him, I guess because he's a commoner, not a noble like them, and he was picked as a page by these other famous or important people. I actually don't know why they are that important, like the elite something, but yeah. So I guess that's generally why they don't like him, or them. I guess the same goes for Yuzio. Yeah. And if Kirito manages to put up a decent fight against Leviathan, then I suppose, they might just end up being a little bit pissed off and ruining his flowers. Because that's definitely a thing I can see happen. And yeah, I kind of hope that he doesn't win. At least that it's not an easy win, because main character Kirito always wins that sort of thing. I didn't mind too much in Sword Art Online. They had a good reason there. He even explained it, the fact that Sword Art Online was a level-based game, so if you level up to a ridiculous point and then fight some lower level people, they literally won't be able to touch you. Which makes sense. That's how level-based games work. If you like play Pokemon, go with your level 100 Charizard against a, I don't know, level 3 Weedle, watch what happens. Yeah. Same thing for Alfheim Online, since he kind of glitched out and kept his stats, so that worked out in his favor. Actually, there's no real excuse for Gun Girl Online. He's just badass at that point. But oh well. I mean, I think he like converted his character from Alfheim Online or something. I'm not too sure, but at this point, it's pretty much just he's Kirito, he's badass, deal with it. So we'll wait and see how it turns out. Anyway, that will have to be all for now. Sorry for being late again, and I'll try to be on time next week, or rather in like 4 days or whatever until the episode comes out. Anyway, all for now. Until next time, see you then. Bye!